What's it like to be a part of the team that again has won the ACC championship? Again, you guys are going to qualify for the college football playoff with all those expectations. What's it like to kind of get this thing a little bit to the finish line?
It just feels extremely blessed. To be a part of this program and having played for Coach Sweeney and to watch him build this program to where it is and be a part of that. It all goes back to the quality of young men that we have in that locker room. They're the reason that we're in this position. Obviously, coaching is important, but you got to have playmakers. But more importantly, you got to have good young men that really buy into the program. So really hadn't set in, but just excited for our guys and the way that they play, and now they have an opportunity to do something and say something that in 28 years it hasn't been done back-to-back ACC.
For all those thousands of people who never get to be a part of one of those locker rooms, what's it like to capture a championship and go back and celebrate with the guys you've spent so much time with since August and before that as well?
It's comparable to one of the biggest moments in your life. Obviously, getting married, having a child are going to be some of the greatest highlights of your life. But seeing these young men that work so hard, they put everything into it, they believe in the process, and just to see the exhilaration in them and to watch them dance and have fun, but at the same time you see that they got a level of humility about themselves too, and that's what makes it special.
The consistency of doing this 2 years in a row now, and the breaks you have to catch, and the hard work they put in. When does that all sink into you to realize what this team has done the last 2 years to this point?
I think it'll sink in, in the next couple of days while I'm out on the road recruiting. Right now, still in coaching mode. There's some things that we can do better in coaching points from this game, but really, really happy for our young men because, like you said, the consistency, that's uncommon. If it was something that was common, a lot of people would be doing it. But to see these guys day in and day out work, stay humble, believe, face adversity, overcome adversity, and be rewarded this way, it's just a tremendous blessing.
Coach, talk about since the Wake Forest game, it looks like you put an emphasis on putting on a full spin on the ball and running it. Is that something that's doing you're just holding back into the season to keep these fresh legs?
Well, each team is going to have a different scheme to play us with. Sometimes they're going to give us a quarterback run. Sometimes they're going to commit to overloading the box and not give us a quarterback run. But we know we're at our best when we can get number 4 going, number 9 going, and that opens up all the passing game, play actions, different things that we have within our system. So, championship football, we also say that your best player's got to play well in championship time. And so, Deshaun, I believe, is the best quarterback, best player in the country, and definitely feel confident with the ball in his hand at any time we can run it.
Did you know going into the game that was going to be there, or did that just develop as the game went on?
Every game that we go in, we have a plan for the quarterback run. But we knew in this game, playing against Coach Foster, and really got to tip my hat to Coach Foster. I thought he did a really, really good job of changing some things up, mixing it up, and challenged us for a little while throughout the course of the game while we're making adjustments. But we knew that one of the things that had shown up on tape was the quarterback run because he is over and aggressive at times. And if you get an extra hat, you can actually match his aggressiveness. So we knew coming in that the quarterback was going to have to run, and just happy that that was successful for us.
I saw several times tonight you guys, Deshaun just would throw it up there to see if you get the pass interference when he's about to get laid out. Was that something you guys saw too, that maybe you could get some of those plays downfield?
Well, we knew that Coach Foster would take some chances, play man coverage, and play press man to give us opportunities to have one-on-one matchups. I think that throwing it up was more what Coach Foster was doing. He really dug deep into his old self and brought some blitzes that he hadn't shown all year. Even on some of the games that we cross-referenced last year, we hadn't seen it. So, he did a really, really good job of putting pressure on us. When we had seven protectors, he had 8. We had 6, he had 7. So we just found a way to get somebody there, and Deshaun was just trying to buy time and trying to make a play, giving our guys an opportunity, and it just worked out. And some of those did end up being passing free.
What does it mean for Deshaun when you talk about Deshaun and all this pressure that was on him and you guys, trying to get the playoff, all that's on the line, and him to come up and have the performance that he had tonight? What does that say about him and his character?
I think that we've been saying this ever since he stepped on campus, that he's an unbelievable talent, football-wise, mentally and physically. He never gets rattled in the big moments, and he plays his best when the game is on the line, when there is the most pressure. And, I think if there's anything that warrants him being in New York, that's what it is. He's got the heart of a champion. He embraces the opportunity where some guys run from the opportunity and they don't want to take the last shot. He wants the ball in his hand, and he's going to show up. He's proven it time and time again, and just a testament to who he is as a person, as a competitor, and that's why we believe he's the best player in the country.
How good did Renfro and Kane make you look on that last touchdown drive? Deshaun just threw it up and those guys went and made plays.
Well, we had the call, and it was designed inside fade to Dion there, and we were a little bit nervous because initially they showed a structure where we thought they were going to have a too high safety look, and then they rolled to the field, and we felt like we had the one-on-one, and so we knew we had a good matchup, and Dion's been making big plays down the stretch all year for us, and then